Alright, today I decided to make a quick video to demonstrate how I painted my doors for Nemesis Retaliation. This paint up is super simple. I'm using speed paints for most of the door along with some auxiliary acrylic paints and inks for the glowing features. Welcome to Trehane Miniatures. I believe that these doors are actually from Nemesis Lockdown. However, whether you're painting the doors for original Nemesis, Lockdown, or Retaliation, they're all made up of the same key components. There is a large door frame with a main door within this frame, and there is some sort of feature on the door that glows. In this case, the glowing bit is the keypad that's located on the door frame. Oh, and the doors come apart to signal that they're open or damaged in some way. My doors arrived with this white zenithal highlight, a pretty heavy zenithal highlight actually, as prepared by Awaken Realms. These came with the prototype for Nemesis Retaliation, which is why I think they chose to provide doors from Lockdown. I'm using two different colors for the door and door frame. I want the frame to appear darker than the door itself, so I'm choosing a Cultist Cloak speed paint for this feature. This is the darkest gray speed paint that I own. The nice thing about this Awaken Realms Sundrop finish is that I can get straight into painting with speed paints. This is basically slap chop speed painting without the slap chop preparation. For this dark gray, I'm painting everything that isn't the door itself. This includes the model's base. I will go back and touch up the keypad with white before painting it with some very bright colors. Painting these doors with speed paints creates an unusual situation. The customary way to use speed paint is to slather it heavily over an area of the miniature and allow it to flow into the recesses to self-shade the miniature. The problem this creates is that these are two-piece doors that are designed to open. If I get too carried away painting this into the crevice between the doors, the paint can glue these pieces together, making it very difficult to operate the doors. Keep that in mind if you decide to paint your doors with speed paints. One of my favorite speed paint recipes is to use a 50-50 mix of Plasmatic Bolt and a Cultist Cloak to create a gunmetal metallic color. I've used this mix on every hero character that I speed painted for this game. However, now I want a little more color separation between the door and the door frame. I want the door to be a little brighter, more of a blue steel color than gunmetal. So for the doors, I'm using a mix of Plasmatic Bolt and a Cultist Cloak that consists of 2 parts Plasmatic Bolt to 1 part a Cultist Cloak. With this color, I need to be a little more careful. This is the coat of paint that has the most potential for gluing the two halves of the door together. When it's all said and done, I did have a few doors that were stuck together pretty good, but it wasn't anything that I couldn't overcome with a little effort. Next, I need to touch up the keypad on the frame of the door with titanium white. This can be done very precisely. Or I can simply drag my brush over the raised surface of the keypad. The small keys of the pad get a simple coat of fluorescent green. For the larger screen of the pad, I'm using a mix of Plasmatic Bolt speed paint and fluorescent blue acrylic ink. I would have used fluorescent blue on its own, but it doesn't have enough coverage. Plasmatic Bolt on its own would look too close to the color of the door. The mix of the two is just right. Well, that wraps up painting the doors for any of the Nemesis board games. I'd like to thank my generous channel members for supporting my efforts on this channel. If you'd like to help me by becoming a channel member, you can do so using the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because when one door closes, another opens.